I'm surprised planned. Part two comes. I'm going to be exercising, measuring my heart rate. You're all familiar with this. All right, about yesterday. I figured it out. All right. The studies I did, and I even sent Mr. Sundar and head of operations of YouTube, but I think it's best I share it. All right. First, this was part two. So, part one, let me look at my email. Part one. This was not it. This was it. Okay. Quickly, just go through this and then move on to my in vitro study. All right, in vitro study. In vivo is within, so that's exercise. I'm going to eat some, and so part of yesterday's study, I did 4 reactions. Right, 4 reactions to those of you who watch my videos from yesterday. Okay. My video one with 2 experiments from yesterday morning. Iodine plus air pumped in gives rise to a reddish compound. And it is possibly an azo dye, and the other elements could have been pumped in from the natural gas heating, East Coast, which is methane, and other alkanes from oil fractionation. You know all this. Natural gas heating comes from one of the lower end of alkanes, and then gasoline comes from C5 to C10 alkanes and cycloalkanes and etc. So you all know all this. The Science Center had a really good fractionation exhibit when my son came. That kind of they took it down. Maybe it was giving too many tips. And students in universities, who knows? I could have started a fractionation unit here. So well. Anyways, what else did I have? Heating and Science Direct. What did I have in? Possibly the azo dye, and etc. And the reddish compound is no, I don't have this here. The reddish compound is could be oh yes, because there was air and iodo. I just entered a search, air, iodo nitro oxide, and I got results for that. That was what I have included here, and I sent this and so the same resulting, and let you have fun with it. Cream of tartar and 2 concentrations of iodine. I showed this all yesterday, so you can balance out the equation and see, but there are undocumented reactions which could take place. That is why chemical engineering is fun, but also dangerous. You'll have to, take. But today I'm doing all food engineering, so it's okay. And my video 2 with 2 experiments: sodium lauryl sulfate with 3 possible human enzymes, transferase DNA ligase and DNA, possibly a catalyst from what a professor had let slip a long time back. Professor Baker, one of my biochemistry bakers, he had let slip that DNA itself could be a catalyst. And copper resulted in copper sulfate and a comet-like smelling compound, linear alkyl benzene sulfonate. Check this out, and you will see. So normal, right? One branch, and have an important observation about that in this little bit note part 2, and then experiment 2. In video 2, the transferase catalyst catalyzed exchange of cations, magnesium substituted by copper, cupric form, and this is being tested on my Facebook page. This time I got a clear compound and thought it could be sulfur dioxide. All right, so that was what I sent this morning. And one more note. This is really key. All right, if you are working with enzymes, sodium lauryl sulfate plus transferase plus copper plus water. I was hoping for sodium to be exchanged by copper. No chance of a cation exchange. All right, why is that? Because normal compound of sodium lauryl sulfate is a long chain. normal, not branched, right? So that's a linear, just goes on. And this could interfere with the active site of the enzyme. There may have been partial cation exchange, a little bit, but it was completely blue. You can see my picture on my Facebook page, and say 1 tablespoon, all the water had turned blue. Traces of blue were observed by me, and copper oxide, rust-colored brown, resulted. That's one of the portions. And comet was formed. This is the second reaction. But the first reaction also, sulfur dioxide was formed, and when I just hoped for just a cation exchange, with the same reaction I had on, the same cation reaction, magnesium sulfate, Epsom salts, plus copper plus transferase. So I was hoping to turn this green, right, over the candle flame. And what happened was that the reaction didn't take place. It became sulfur dioxide, clear solution on top, because I added the enzyme first. It meant human saliva, right? So spitting into it, you don't want dust going in, copper dust, and magnesium sulfate may be harmless because you take baths in it, but the salt entering could be an irritant and that sort of thing. So enzymes are that fast, all right, soluble enzymes. So immediately it split up the magnesium and sulfate, and so that kind of interfered with the cation exchange, and I had liquid sulfur dioxide. Check out liquid sulfur dioxide on the internet. There's I can't tell. I've pasted out the links in on my email page, and I can tell. So that was my short note. That's for yesterday's experiments. We begin afresh. So in vitro and in vivo study. In vivo follows later within myself. I'm going to eat a teaspoon or a tablespoon of all of this. And so these are my enzymes. Closer look. You need so the enzymes are alpha amylase. We all know that. Breaks down starch into glucose. Fungal protease. Bromelain. Lipase. Cellulase. Papain. Xylanase. Maltodiastase. Lactase. Bacterial amylase again. And those are the enzymes. So many enzymes. And I have been busy. So the whole thing is difference between metabolism and digestion. All right. So you can sit and digest. I mean, many times that's within your jurisdiction of life's living. So exercise versus digestive enzymes. That's my study. But patients and hospital patients, they need to take it because they've undergone surgeries and that sort of thing. But anyway, so I'm going to first protein by papain and bromelain and protease breaks down into smaller amino acids or peptides by breaking down the peptide bonds. So protein, I'm going to take this oikos. Oikos has 19 grams of protein. This is a new one. Doesn't taste as good as the other yogurt, but this is a Greek yogurt, 19 grams of protein. So 19 grams of protein per fat zero in oil, 3/4 cup. So let's see, I'll take it in a tablespoon, all right, and then put in one of these, or maybe two, just to make sure that there's what do I lose? This is a $23.99 plus tax. Next, I'm going to take lactose. So lactase is going to work. So how am I measuring? I'm going to take I thought I would do the weighing scale. Have you all seen my weighing scale? But a tablespoon of this is a heavier compound. So it should measure, if it breaks down, it's smaller. So less dense. The smaller compound is less dense, hence occupies more volume. So 1 tablespoon may become 1.5 tablespoons. All right, so that's my measure. So let's see how it breaks down. So alpha amylase starch, I have to do corn meal. All right, this is what I owe my supervisor who, Civil's really, Brad Civil's really high on the list, right? But he paid me for 18 months, to the department and his research funds. So, but he's a very bad man. Very bad man. As Babu said, very bad man. The wheels are in motion, Swell. Babu said in Seinfeld, very bad man. Yeah, but he was good then. All right, but he had as all professors, strict side. So that's not bad. All right, strict side. Marking wouldn't give me beyond a B plus, but so we'll see. Anyways, a xylanase breaks xylan present in dicots like green beans, so it becomes xylose. Cellulase is not present in humans, but these enzymes have it, and uh, cellulose is in herbs, sprouts, and greens, and typically these are broken down by bacterial fermentation. Good bacteria, right? And mild diastase is like alpha amylase and beta amylase, and it breaks down starches into simpler sugars like glucose and maltose. So, okay. So this I will share, um, and we'll see. So one molecule of glucose gives rise to 32 ATP. This is the glucose glycolysis cycle, glucose metabolism cycle. Protein. All right. Then I'm sharing all this because I'm going to be all up, working out and that sort of thing. So part 2 is going to be a breeze. So this much glucose metabolism. This is a neighboring on the street close to subway did this. Yeah, in the Blue West Village art tour. So this is the glucose metabolism cycle, 32 ATP, one molecule, and then protein. Protein 2 ATP only, but it goes into build up muscle. Protein goes into build up muscle and is crucial for glycosylation of protein. So this is an important portion and glycosylation. So oh, this is not it. Okay, protein. All right. This is okay. 2 ATP. The citric acid cycle. Synthesis of glycogen. No, okay. This is, I think, yeah. Maybe protein turnover. So here, ubiquitin. There was one. Oh, here. Here, right here. So synthesis of carbomoyl phosphate. So this all this becomes ammonia, this is all, of course, waste and things like that. And protein, where is protein? Protein, peptides, ubiquitin, and hydrolysis of a protein. And see, you have so these are the peptides and amino acids, and the urea cycle and ammonia comes out somewhere here. Amino acid plus alpha glutarate, and I read this, but bicarbonate. Why is bicarbonate? So that's why you take soda bicarb, right? When your synthesis of carbomoyl phosphate catalyzed. Okay. So protein. Oh, this was I thought protein. Carbomoyl. So this you will, if you're working, you'll have to connect this to this, and then it's all going to fall into place. So, all right, reaction time. 1 tablespoon. First, we will take protein. All right, protein is going to break down into or or lactose. That's the astro. It becomes glucose plus galactose, lactose. So, about 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon. I've taken teaspoons now. 1 tablespoon, and these are all micros. Just one may be good because then people will start taking. So one for sure reaction, but that's for 3/4 cup for sure reaction. 2. So 1 tablespoon. Stir, 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 stir. So we'll just do maybe stir, stir, stir. 1 tablespoon. Instantaneous reaction. Enzymes, soluble enzymes. It was a good tip given to me that the capsules don't need to be broken down. They're semi-permeable, so the enzyme inside goes out. So it has all this. All right. Did it break up? More stirring, but then it could have a no reversible reaction. All human body metabolism cycles. All right. So let's see. It didn't get broken down into glucose plus lactose with lactase. We're gonna see. And voila, this is more. This is so there's this much. So glucose plus is in the process. Glucose plus galactose. And we will see oikos, protein, smaller peptides into smaller peptides into, and I won't hog all this. I was thinking I would do all of it, but I'm going to eat all of this and then save. So 1 tablespoon. The protein 19 grams in 3/4 cup. So 3/4 cup is equal is about 175 grams. 175 grams by so 1 tablespoon is 1 tablespoon is will I look up 1 tablespoon is about I had those measures. 1 tablespoon in grams, 14.75, 175 grams, 14.17, so about 14.2 grams. All right, 14.2 grams. So 1 tablespoon, stir, stir, stir. Is it breaking down into smaller peptides and amino acids? Are we having a reaction here? Say yay when you're watching. Yay for enzymes, because they're God's miracles. Oh, that's like sounds so religious, doesn't it? Oh, well, But when professors are failing you, trust in God. But professors always come. Who created land? This land belongs to God. God always. God will keep the prime minister. Prime minister, professor, chief justice, and who else? Directors of institutes and what have you. All right. Stir, stir. Enzymes reacting, breaking down. Stir, stir, stir. And peptides. So amino acids. Considerably small amino acids. You have to remember. Proteins are so that there was in this how much of protein? Let's see. There's lactose and other good stuff in this. So how much of protein? 14.2 grams. In 175 grams, there's 19. So that's roughly 20 grams. 175 by 20. 25s are, oh my God, 1/8. 1/8 is protein, so 1/8 of 14 point, oh, we let the 14.2 go. 14 grams, 1/8. 1/8 is equal to 1/8 star 14.2 grams. 1.775 grams of protein. 1.775 grams of protein. That's broken down along with the lactose in it. Lactose, because the two enzymes are there. Lactose in this, oh, it has, the carbohydrate is lactose. Disaccharide, right? Like carbohydrate is lactose. You don't have starch in yogurt. You see, breaking down even more. All right. So, it's all evens out, but it's just less dense. Maybe not. So lactose and yeah, so they've all broken down. So there's more in this. 1 tablespoon. There's more in this, and I'll let you have some fun all by yourself. Buy this. I thought I would do all this. Zelanase, dicots like green beans, and but 2 of these are enough. Go to a close shop for in vitro studies. All right, cellulase, herbs, sprouts. Cellulase is in herbs, sprouts, greens, fats. Fats. Maybe I will. Maybe we'll do a cookie. All right. Well, fats have to be broken down. They're the hardest to break down. How much in a cookie? Okay, we'll have to add some water to the cookie. Make it all yuck. Who add water to cookies? And sometimes, with dipped in tea, it's not bad. There's a whole tea flavor where the tea, biscuit or tea is dipped in tea flavor. I mean, apparently the younger people like it, but So fat 8 grams in 2 cookies, 34 grams. Oh, 1 cookie, 17 grams. Oh, so 4 grams. 4 grams of fat in 17 grams, which is 1/4, roughly 1/4. So, okay, we're going to take this cookie and for, all of you get a cookie and we'll crush this. Okay? And the rest, okay? And then, so 1/4, roughly 4.125 is fat. Oh my God, in a cookie, grams. That's a lot of, it's a lot of fat, but lots of butter means tastier cookies. So what are we going to do? Solid reaction, solid catalyzed, solid catalyzed reaction, solid reaction. It's best to add a little water, all right? Because starch, fats plus water, that's the trick, okay? So 4 grams of fat in here. I needed to do the kitchen. 1 cookie is how much? For I can't really tell. I should. Okay, so before I stir this too much, there's 1 teaspoon and about 2 teaspoons in here. 1.5 teaspoons. 1.5. So we'll stir. But it has other things, all enzymes, right? So it's hard to make a study. So in a lab, you would isolate each enzyme and make the study, in vitro study. So about 1.5 teaspoons, and the chocolate chip. Lipase is breaking down. Lipase, break down, burn all the calories, take away the fat. Okay, we're gonna see. This could also be because but it's a study. It's not a conclusive study, because you see, it all became less dense on its own. The cookies. So 2 teaspoons. Well, it worked. So this is what, and I will let you enjoy all the rest of the good stuff, my viewers. Yeah, starch corn meal. This you ask my the chair of this department, Professor Furnoon of Chemical Engineering in the University of Toronto, and Professor Allen, who's gotten all these from Professor Seville, Brad Seville, and through some programs I wrote as well, and because mutex, H-mutex, remember the whole argument? Email does not have mutex. It discloses, it does not have exclusive, it's like the internet. And I, someday I'll show you the printout, the feedback I got when I ran the program that I wrote, difficult program. Some feedback was from published textbook, which I got on the internet, PDF file. And the H-mutex was not there because Google Chrome came up, and Google Chrome kept doing, I ran it on Notepad. You can run on Notepad, Windows programming plus C++. And it kept fluctuating between 0 and 0.1. That was how I knew that H-mutex is not there on email or internet email. Maybe it's there, but the departmental email also. You cannot send out files and things like that. So maybe the system administrator makes money. I don't know. A lot of confidential documents are exchanged via email. So he could be bribed. Who knows? So that's how it's all come about. Or maybe, yeah. So so that worked. And if you want cornmeal study, you have to see my paper. All right, that breaks down into glucose. I have a nice, neat little enzymatic curve, and alpha amylase has done its job there. All right, so so you can do starch cornmeal. I recommend cornmeal, but you could do rice flour. The finer, the better. Cooked temperature. At temperature, alpha amylase is stable, thermostable, and etc. All right, xylanase. I told you green beans comes down to xylose and cellulose, but then you have cellulase here, and it would cut down sprouts and greens, but inside the human body, it is bacterial fermentation, says the internet, of course. This is not from my book. And maltodextrose, alpha amylase, and beta amylase. All right, so have fun, and I'm going to see if I'm going to burn what I'm going to eat only, but then there are all these enzymes. I'm not going to be taking these enzymes. All right, so what did I do? Let me make a note. I took 1 tablespoonful of lactose or yogurt, 1 tablespoonful of Greek yogurt, and 1 cookie. So this much I'm going to eat and see how I work out and what result I get. Do we need once and for all digestive enzymes, or do we need to exercise? Not this exercise, this, and what have you. All right, coming back. Thank you. And shopaholic, I bought these enzymes. Bought all these yogurt and cookies and what have you. So that's the shopaholic in me. Sexaholic, oh, I'm coming back, baby. I'm coming back.